Hasselhoff? You were robbed. Everyone knows it. But you know what? Sitting around feeling sorry for yourself won't change anything. You gotta get back out there. You gotta show them the real Hoff.
Now, we have just witnessed the show's second major death about as gracefully as one of the wet bandits on thin ice. The crew is still singing the Snack Attack Blues.
An hour late. You're starting to make a habit out of this.
Sorry. I took lunch over to Jill's parents' house, and I guess we just got to talking.
Shawnee has lost the will to be the warm, kind-hearted center of the group.
Do me a favor. Next time taking breakfast, that way you'll be on time.
Very funny.
Thank you.
And Eddie still hasn't grown a backbone instead of a wishbone. I just hope he will cry loudly and long enough for Mitch to let him go home for good.
Calling in.
Look, our little big boy is putting on his big boy dress-up pants again.
It's raining out here!
I didn't know KB Clothing Toy Stores had this in a rental. So John D. Crook's latest hustle of the week requires more charm and class than usual, that surprisingly doesn't require endangering the welfare of anyone else around him for a change.
We lost federal funding last year, and now the state's cutting back. We applied for a grant, but that takes months. We just can't keep the home running any longer.
He's gone from bold and daring to a charmer.
I thought of the one decent man I knew who could help. And here I am.
Boo fucking who?
So what do you need?
$10,000.
Court is masquerading as some big shot bigwig whom is trying to donate $5,000 a year to an old folks home that is on hard times.
And we have 27 patients with nowhere to go if we shut down. Unless you have room in your mansion.
In layman's terms, he's got to conjure up 10,000 simoleons. Stat.
You'll get the money.
Solution, big race.
Whoa, 15 grand. 15 grand.
It's a macho man sports thing. Prize, Mad Stacks Fit for a Hero. Plot solved. Luckily, he's got his overalls on, for that is the only thing saving our female crowd from feeling his heat of oiled, muscled manliness as he is about to burst out of those with joy. Osh gosh bagosh. Yeah, I heard it's quite an ordeal. Mitch wouldn't race. He is too vulnerable to peer pressure.
Well.
Meanwhile, Shawnee is suffering from a post-traumatic shark disorder plot. It has a tense, eerie music that really bites into the heart of the matter. Fuck her! John D. Cunt is the real driving force of this plot, Clunker coughing up gas.
I am fine. Really. There's nothing to work out.
Setting sails with him is his noble team of a cast of minnows.
Is there a picture of this thing in there? That looks familiar. I think it goes like... Wait. No. It's...
Now they must share these waters with none other than douchebag of the sea.
Think you're making it out of the marina this time? I was kind of hoping for some competition this year. So how far do you think this pile is going to take you?
Can they come out on top and capture the big event?
Well, we got to go to the finish line, my friend. Really? Well, then you better pack some oars.
98, oldies 98 time. 98, oldies 98 time. 98, WOGLFM.
Don't you just love how women on this show are just extra ballast, just ready to be cast aside when they get dull and boring, from Hobie putting the move on the lifeguard to Mitch burying his son's teacher in sand, who suddenly passed away. Now if that doesn't pique your interest, then perhaps slow-mo powerboat motion will get you revved up for the rest of this episode.
They come from the cities and they come from the smaller towns. Beat up cars with guitars and drummers go crack, boom, bam. R-O-C-K in the USA, R-O-C-K in the USA, R-O-C-K in the USA, yeah. Rockin' in the USA.
You're a lucky man.
What the fuck kind of reaction is that?
A couple of cracked ribs, some bruises. Not bad for the spill you took.
That's not called acting, that's nausea.
I treated some skiers who weren't so fortunate.
Yeah.
Boat race. That's a serious paddling.
Here, you want that for the paint.
Thanks to Mitch's poor motorboating skills on board the USS ship Happens Court has now suffered cracked ribs.
Guys, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll sell the boat, I'll sell the shop, whatever. Get your money back.
We're your friends. You got a problem, talk to us.
Aw, that's just another reason for our Chippendale to go shirtless again.
You are.
Are you crazy?
That's why they call him John Don't Wear Shirt Flex Those Pecs Court.
You are in terrific shape. You run every day, you swim every day, you got great balance on the surfboard. Besides, you're the only one of us who'll look really good out there.
He's got a point.
What do you say, Craig?
I know I'm gonna regret this.
Sorry, stud. Those ribs can't be fixed in Photoshop, sucker. With Court out of the powerboat team, one of the crew can't fight these fast and furious feeling no more and decides to take up the reins.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going.
is a sport of dangerous and deadly pursuit, Mitch, of course, offers himself up to volunteer.
Didn't even have the throttle wide.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Nope. It's got a lot of power. It popped me right up on the ski.
I brought you flowers, I read your books and talked for hours. Every day so many drinks, such pretty flowers.
Speaking of manly moments, the Peaches and Cream couple here, Eddie asks Shawnee to step back in the ocean to help overcome the Jaws, the encounter ride, where you are the main course.
Come on, Shawnee, it's a piece of cake. There's nothing to worry about. I'm gonna be there. Come on.
Luckily for Shawnee, if there were any sharks, I think they've gone vegan for the time being.
This is really stupid, Eddie.
Uh-huh.
See, I told you.
A little more.
Eddie?
What is this? A minute ago, you were going to kill the guy.
A minute ago, I wasn't thinking. If you weren't who you said you were, I don't know how you could afford to make those contributions.
Why that much money and why her convalescent?
So with this episode on the cusp of being wrapped up, I still can't get my head around to its theme.
Is that why you wanted to sell a dive shop while we're in the race?
Yeah. Yeah, for Gwen and for my Uncle Stan.
Well, if I have to do everything myself as usual, I believe this woman helped him with his pectoral implants while he was masquerading as Gaston Dundee, the wild elephant trainer and ivory-killing smuggler phase. Or would you rather prefer NBC's plot of learning John's stepfather, his uncle, is the one currently living at the old folks' home and wants to provide for his care?
Well, a very bang-up job of it. We never got along. We fought like cats and dogs, and I finally left.
Garner spots Shawnee and tries to offer a nickel's worth of policeman's advice.
People told me just to climb back up on my horse and try it again. But, it's just not that easy. I guess I just gave it time, Shawnee.
Shawnee objects to the fact that is nothing more than typical Craig total bullshit.
Just remember, whenever you finally decide, you have not failed here. You have made a difference.
Is there any hope of Shawnee getting over her Jaws problems and problems with animatronic creatures of the Universal theme parks and come to this girl's rescue?
Help! There! It's my little girl. She went out too far.
This is a first. No one on duty at Baywatch. Curse their capitalist, greedy, cold hearts. I guess money talks up in this biatch. Wait! Here comes California's favorite rescue reliever whom has more lifeguard alerts hardwired in his circuitry than it looks like as if he literally swam 40 miles to this rescue. Hooray for New Me, our California guardian of the sea. Sorry, Shawnee, but as long as New Me is part of the Buchanan bunch, you will always be second fiddle before you steal any of their saves. Now it's time for an even so big an entire billboard budget couldn't pronounce his name, but it's just that anonymous but awesome. Feel that intense heart-pumping music seep into your organs with the roaring motors And 10 minutes later,
The voodoo, hoodoo, what you don't dare do, people.
what? Did we lose video transmission? All I see is a cut of them winning.
I see him!
Okay, so this grand event that had huge implications as to the status of Court's stepdad's residency at the group home, and you're telling me, NBC, this only took a measly 10 minutes? With no tug and pull from Mitch and Co's rivals, whom had no connection to the plot. If that's the case, they ought to tag the writing department as some assembly required.
I told you so! 15,000 buckers!
That way, we won't feel so guilty when their minds take a vacation so they can go fishing.
Oh, the race in San Diego next month. Winner gets $5 grand. We're already registered.
Yes, already registered.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Tossed out on the ocean, and we get caught up swimming in the motion. Hearts were sailing, love